I'm Amy Carroll. Happy summer to you. Don't we wait for it all year long? I mean, this is the season of longer days and vacations, and we look forward to more rest. But the rest doesn't always happen because, longer days, getting ready for vacations, and I know many of you have kids home from school, and so the laundry piles up, the preparations for all those weekends away and things like that pile up, and there's just so much to do and so much work and hustle and bustle going on even in the summer, and many of us work right through the summer at our workplaces. So what's a girl to do? Because see, rest isn't an option. Rest is a necessity. In fact, God is a big fan of rest. He is actually the creator of rest, and He gives us a prescription for rest called the Sabbath. I want to share a passage of scripture with you that is one of my favorites, and as you listen, you might even want to close your eyes and exhale a little. It's just so beautiful because it's permission to rest, and it's found in Isaiah 58:13 and 14. Listen to this powerful passage. If you keep your feet from breaking the Sabbath and from doing as you please on my holy day, if you call the Sabbath a delight and the Lord's holy day honorable, and if you honor it by not going your own way and not doing as you please or speaking idle words, then you will find your joy in the Lord. And I will cause you to rise in triumph on the heights of the land and to feast on the inheritance of your father Jacob, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken. Do you hear God's passion for the Sabbath in there? In the past, I have to tell you that I have not loved the Sabbath. I've seen the Sabbath as one more obligation, one more thing to do for God. But in reading this passage, God has really been changing my mind about the Sabbath. And of course, in Sherry and Kathy's book, Overwhelmed, they talk about the Sabbath. And once again, my heart was really pierced to remember that the Sabbath isn't an obligation. It's not another to do. It's a gift from God. And if we will keep the Sabbath, if we'll honor the Sabbath, if we'll make it holy in our lives, then the joy of the Lord is part of our walk. Now, have you ever felt the opposite? Because I have. There have been times when I haven't kept the Sabbath, I haven't honored it, I haven't kept it holy, and guess what? There's not much joy in my life. So I want us to remember that God gave us the Sabbath as a gift and as a delight, not as an obligation. And so I want to give you one small win. I want to encourage you, if you haven't done it for a long time, or if you just did it last week, keep the Sabbath this week. Carve aside one day that you just rest, that you do some reading, some reflecting, some playing with your children, some taking time with your neighbors, that you enjoy life and you take a break from just the normal activities of the week, so that you can find the joy, rekindle that joy that the Lord wants us to have in our everyday walk. Keep the Sabbath this week, because rest isn't an option, it's a necessity.